So you're telling me that if we'd had a not yesterday had not existed, that silver probably would have been up close to $2 over the last 30 days.
Over $2, yes.
And what are we complaining about, Chris?
I'm not complaining. Other people are complaining. I mean, I think we're doing fine. I mean, I think it was a healthy this pullback. It was a little bit of a buying opportunity. So I mean, we gotta take these with a grain of salt. These little pullbacks are not gonna hurt us.
Coin Shop Chris, deal of the week. We're going to get to that, but first, we're going to get an update on what's going on in the silver, gold, and many more markets because we've got some big news this week, but we also have our big special returning guest, the one and only Coin Shop Chris. Chris, welcome back to Ron's Basement.
Well, it's good to be back on a Friday night, Ron.
Well, it's good to have you here. We had quite a week. You have some data for us regarding what happened in the precious metals markets and maybe even a few of the other markets. Chris?
I got silver, gold, and platinum and Bitcoin as usual, but that's all I really have. So we will just get right into it, Ron. Silver over the past 30 days, and as we're recording this video, is July 28, 2023. So everybody knows the timestamp on this. Silver was up $1.59 or up 6.93% over the past 30 days.
Wow.
We were still, we're still up. So, even with the drop, we've done pretty good with silver. Gold still up $36.60 or up 1.90%. For our friend Neil, the platinum guru, platinum is still up $28.60 over the last 30 days, or 3.12%. And to our big, go ahead.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me silver was up like $1 something over the last 30 days?
Over the last 30 days, yes.
Yeah, and yesterday it was down $1.
Right.
Why did you make that happen, Chris?
I don't know. That's just the math, how it comes out to the last 30 days.
So you're telling me that if we'd had a not yesterday had not existed, that silver probably would have been up close to $2 over the last 30 days.
Over $2, yes.
And what are we complaining about, Chris?
I'm not complaining. Other people are complaining. I think we're doing fine. I think it was a healthy pullback. It was a little bit of a buying opportunity. So we gotta take these with a grain of salt. These little pullbacks are not gonna hurt us.
Yeah, well, let's also keep things in perspective. Gold, I think the spot price closed close to 1970 today.
Right.
And had we not had that BS, I'm sorry, not BS, wrong initial, GDP number yesterday, we would have had $2,000 gold. Because help me remember, Chris, did I sit here 1 week ago and claim that I was very confident we'd have $2,000 gold this weekend?
I will have to agree with you there, yes.
Yeah, was I wrong?
Yes.
Yeah, and then I told people don't make any financial decisions based upon that. But I'm telling you, had we not had that GDP number yesterday, we would have had $2,000 gold.
I would believe that would be true, Ron.
And I would be right, and I would be flaunting, but instead I'm down here eating crow and humble pie. I'm sorry, you were going to say something about your favorite subject of all. I know you love this product more than anything in the world. Go ahead, Chris.
Well, I want to touch this for a 10-foot pole, Ron, but Bitcoin was actually down 1,341 and 71 cents over the last 30 days, or 4.37%. I love when Bitcoin's down, Ron. I gloat when Bitcoin's down.
No, you don't gloat, Chris. You don't. Gloating's too powerful of a word.
That one, it's nothing there. It's unicorn fart dust.
Yeah, how can something that's nothing be something? That was what came into my mind about a week ago, and it's still when I think of Bitcoin. But you know what? Hey, BlackRock, right? The biggest institutional investor in the world, now that they're going to have a Bitcoin ETF, they think it's the best thing ever. Just a year ago, the CEO was talking, saying, how can something that's nothing be something? But now that they found a way to make some money on it. I'm sure, though, that has nothing to do with it. He must have just watched a couple of Michael Saylor videos or something like that. I don't know.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I just don't. Yeah, I understand Bitcoin, but it's just nothing there. I mean, if the power goes out, you can't use it. I mean, until someone tells me how you can use it when the power's out, I'll shut up about it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
other than that, I'm gonna be on Bitcoin's behind on.
yeah. Well, you never
Yeah.
know, right? It's an interesting situation. Let's talk about what people really want to know. Let's talk about our predictions for next weekend. You know what I'm going to say? Let's just do gold, because we'll just presume silver is going to follow gold. Next weekend, when we're doing this video, Chris, what will the price of gold be?
$2,015.
Yep. Yep. That's what I say too, buddy. I'm saying I'll say the same. You know what? Finally, we agree on something. I know we both don't like ding dongs, but we agree that we agree that next weekend, and when we're recording this very same video, we're gonna have gold. You know what? I'm gonna say I think it could even be higher. So we'll see. That'll be interesting. I think that the people are waking up, more and more people. We got this data from State Street Securities, the fourth largest, I don't know, institution in the country, saying how much money, like, Americans are actually starting to wake up. Even the millennials. I'm going to make I think tomorrow's night's live stream is going to be on that very subject, that people are waking up. And as more and more people wake up, it's going to be more and more money. We know the Chinese and the BRICS nations have already woke up, so it's going to get interesting.
Well, before we move on, Ron, I want to say one thing about platinum. I know Neil's trying to get this information out. Platinum comes from 95% of the world's platinum comes from two places, Ron. It comes
Yeah,
from Russia. We ain't getting nothing from Russia right
no,
now.
no.
And it's coming from South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And South Africa's having horrible power issues. And there is, I talked to my bullion dealer. We got 40 ounces coming in next week. After
From
that,
South Africa?
no, from our bullion dealer, just
Oh,
generic, a lot of generics around bars and stuff. After that, he has no idea when we're going to get more platinum in. Platinum is very, very low supply. Yes, it's out there. You can find it. I'm not saying you can't find it.
yeah.
But people might really want to look at platinum right now because it's really silver and platinum. It's below its all-time high. Gold's right around its all-time high. Platinum and silver's got more room to run than gold at this point.
Well, we know what Buddy Rumble, the Louisiana gold guru, says about platinum. That's become one of his favorites as well. Just so all the viewers know real quickly, this guy right here, that's Plutus, the platinum bear, named by Neil Hahn, the platinum guru. And the Plutus has on a blindfold, which will be removed when platinum hits $2,500.
And that could be possible before gold hits $2,500.
Okay, Chris,
Possible.
Coin Shop Chris, is it time for the deal of the week?
Yes, it's time for the deal of the week. We're going to get a lot of flack on this one, Ron, but that's okay. You love the 40% 10.5. I love them, so I went with this one this week. And all we're trying to do with the deal of the week every week is to make a point is you got to shop around. So I mean,
Yeah.
I'll start off with my shop.
Let me. I'm going to interrupt you real quickly. And also, the deal of the week is not to sell you anything that we're going to benefit from you buying. We don't have any affiliation or link or backdoor commission or anything from any of these companies. We're just doing this for information purposes only.
Exactly. Information purpose only. And I'll start with the shop that I work at, Ron. We're the highest out of everybody.
Hmm.
And the reason why our owner does not really want to sell them, and it's kind of like, you know, I don't want to sell a price. So for a row of 20, 40% silver halves, we're at $110 at the shop. That's outrageous. That's $5.50 per coin.
Mhm.
The
That's
eBay range,
$11. That's $11 for a 1 ounce of face, correct?
no, it's not 1 ounce. 7 of them makes 1 ounce.
I'm sorry, $11 for $1 face. I
$1
apologize.
face.
Yeah,
Seven,
thank you.
seven, 7 coins is 1.03 ounces.
Okay, so it takes 7 coins, and what's it? Point each dollar of face value, meaning so 2 of the 50-cent coins is obviously $1 of face value, and each dollar, so two 50-cent pieces has 0.2958, a little under a third of an ounce. That's why then it takes 7 of them to make roughly 1 ounce.
Exactly. So
Did I get that right? Did I get
yes,
that right?
yes, you did get that
Because
right.
I know I've screwed everything else up tonight. Go ahead, Chris. I'll keep my lips zipped.
You promise? All right, so we got the eBay range. These are from private sellers. I know some people don't like eBay, but I actually got a roll this week for $70.95. Now I looked over the past couple weeks what the price range is. The price range on eBay right now is $70 to $85 per tube of 20. Your shop run up in your neck of the woods in St. Louis there at Scotchman's, you buy 20, it's $75.20. There was one of the lowest prices around that I found. SD Bolin was $76.79 for a roll of 20. That comes out to be $3.84 per coin. Not a bad price. I'd say anything $4 or less on these. It's a steal right now. I was surprised to see JM Bowen under $80. They came in at $79.50. And that comes out to be $3.97 per coin. Hero Bowen, I was shocked at this one also. They were very, very high. $84.10 per roll of 20. Brings up to be $4.20 per coin. AtMax came in at $79.83 per roll. That brings it down to be $3.99 per coin. Bowen Exchanges was completely out. Money Metals came in at $80.40. That comes out to be $4.02 per coin. So I mean, like I said, Ron, you know, if people can get them for $4 or less per coin, they're melting right now. I believe. Don't quote me on this, anybody, please. I believe they're melting right around $3.58 per coin, maybe around $3.54 per coin.
Mhm.
So I mean, you know, I mean, you're getting right around melt.
And these are 1965 to 1969 Kennedy 50-cent pieces, and they are 40% silver and 60% copper. Aren't those both the like big metals we hear about that are going to be needed for this electrification of the planet that's coming up? I know a lot of people like snub their nose at them. I don't know why, but you know, a lot of people snubbed their noses at 90% silver a few years back as well, and we know what happened with that. So I happen to like them. My gut tells me they're gonna appreciate and value above and beyond just the silver content. But you know, as always, I can be wrong.
Well, yes, and just not to correct you, Ron, but they also made them in 1972, but that was more of the mint sets and proof sets. So you know, you're probably the bowling dealers. You're not gonna find you're not gonna see a 1970 in the mix.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but people do sell them, and I've gotten a couple this way from eBay. People don't know what they're selling, and it was happened to be a couple in one row I got.
Yeah.
But you know, I think this is the best price for silver right now. You know, I mean, it's why not stack a couple rolls?
Yeah, well, you and I talked last night, and I did the math and the calculations, and I think I figured at least at my local coin shop which is one of the better prices out there. But the premium was like 4.5% over spot, which compares to what are still like 15, 20-ish, range percent premiums over spot for even some silver bars you see out there, and for rounds, and especially for the Eagles and other sovereign coins as well.
Absolutely. I mean, I think, I got quite a bit, Ron. I know you got quite a bit of these. And most
I
of
got
the places,
$2 worth.
yeah, I think you got a little bit more than that, but most of the places except for Hero Bowling I was really surprised to mean that high, and I was really surprised to see ATMEX at a decent price on these. So I mean, this is why we tell people you got to shop around. I can't sit there and go to every single website. So I mean, I spend about 20-25 minutes a week, on a Friday night before we do this, and trying to help everybody out. So there might be a lower price out there. We're not sponsored by any of these companies. I was offered, Ron and I was mostly myself, I guess, for Ron. We were offered one of the major bowling companies out there. But I think most people know, Ron, my price is right around $30 per an ounce. And this I'm not named the company because I deal with them at the shop. But they wanted me to and you to pursue a $63 coin, 1 ounce coin, and it's colorized. And it was not, if I'm not going to buy it, I'm not going to take the offer to push this coin. So
no, we only accept sponsorships from companies that we're going to eat our own cooking with, meaning that we would work with them and do business with them ourselves. So that's the way we roll. Chris, on behalf of everybody, it's the Coin Shop Chris deal of the week. But it's more than that, because it's advice to people. Shop around, right? Dollar cost average in, buy a little bit every week, buy a little bit every month, every quarter, whatever works best for you. But as always, it's invaluable insight. And I know you put a lot of work into kind of scouring through what's out there. And so thank you. We appreciate it.
And one more point, Ron, no problem. I'm happy to help anybody out. As you know, some of these bowling companies, they do have certain thresholds to get free shipping. So, I mean, keep that in mind when you're getting these. You might need to get 2 or 3 rolls to get the free shipping. But really, if people don't mind shopping on eBay, there's a lot of deals out there, and you can get a little bit cheaper on eBay sometimes. Yeah. So, I mean,
just make sure you're dealing with a reputable company, and you do also get a level of assurance with eBay with the buyer's protection, but just, do your due diligence and make sure that you're doing business with somebody who's reputable and highly rated.
And I've also dealt with private sellers too, and I've not really had much of a problem with private sellers. Just make sure they have a good rating, good feedback, and eBay will back you up if something goes wrong.
All right. So, thank you, Chris. Can we count on seeing you next week for another Coin Shop Chris deal of the week?
Yeah, I would. If anybody wanted to put in the comments there, I can't talk tonight again, Ron. What did you want me to focus on for next week? We can start that too.
Hey, that's a great idea, Chris. Yeah, if there's a certain coin, maybe it's kangaroos, maybe it's Krugerrands, maybe it's eagles, maybe it's whatever. We're open to suggestions. Great idea, Chris.
And I'll just pick something out of the comments for next week.
Sounds good, buddy. You take care. We'll see you soon. Thank you.
You too, Ron. We will talk soon. Bye-bye.